Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is lesson 6, and in today's lesson we take a look at very useful words and expressions on the weather, right? Make sure you pause the video anytime you want and to understand the definition of some new words from the Cambridge Dictionary just online. It really, is a free dictionary and one of the best one. So let's start.
A. Cold weather.
In Northern Europe, daytime temperatures are often quite mild, even in late autumn. The days are often misty, foggy and damp. Soon winter arrives with frost, icy roads and severe weather, including heavy snow. As people expect the weather to be bad, they try and keep warm so they don't freeze. Freezing weather may continue in the far north until May or even June, when the ground starts to thaw and the ice melts again.
Okay, as you can pay attention, this is a very right? High level vocabulary stuff here. And I just want to give one suggestion. If you want to, remember these words really well, try to talk about the cold, how cold is it, the weather in your country, for example, in Uzbekistan, and using some of these words. For example, well, in Uzbekistan, usually the daytime temperatures are quite high, especially in summer. It just gets scorching hot. On the other hand, in winter, right, we don't have that severe weather conditions. It's just for the last 10 years, the weather is getting more and more mild, right? Not too much snow. So you see, like this is how you can use. Okay, now let's take a look at the warm and hot weather.
B. Warm or hot weather.
In a tropical climate, the weather is often stifling, muggy and humid. In other hot climates, there may be boiling hot days and heat waves may be common.
Okay, now let's focus on again. Like, yeah, just the same thing. Try to make sentences. Take a look at the definition of these words. If you don't answer, but actually, we have given already the definitions. And then, just make sentence. For example, if you don't understand how the sentence is used very much, another suggestion now I have, just take a look at the, example sentence. I wish I would warn something cooler. I'm boiling. Like maybe you have, in the morning you felt cold and then you put on a coat and a jumper inside, right? And then when you went out, uh, it was really like, kind of good weather, like a spring, right? And you kind of regret that. Ah, I should have worn only jumper, for example, without a coat. Next one, C.
C. Wet weather. Shower. Heavy rain. Pour down. Torrential rain. Flood.
This wet weather scale gets stronger from left to right. Shower, noun. Heavy rain. Pour down, verb, or downpour, noun. Torrential rain. Flood, noun and verb.
This rain won't last long. It's only a shower.
There was quite heavy rain during the night. It rained heavily during the night.
It was absolutely pouring down yesterday. There was a real downpour.
In Malaysia, there is usually torrential rain most days, and the roads sometimes get flooded. There are sometimes floods on the roads.
The sky's a bit overcast. I think it's going to rain.
We had a drought last summer. It didn't rain for 6 weeks.
Okay, as you can see, very useful and also good. These sentences will really explain you what is the difference between all, apart from the pictures, which can help you. Now, the last part.
D. Wind.
There was a gentle breeze on the beach, just enough to cool us.
There was a very strong wind, and my umbrella blew away. There was a very high wind, and my umbrella blew away.
There was a gale that day, so we didn't go sailing.
People stayed indoors because there was a hurricane on the way.
Okay, now you have learned these expressions. Don't forget to do the exercise, to even more practice, So, taking a look at the definitions, example sentences, and then making your own example sentence and a speech is really, really helpful. But also, if you do these, like, several exercises, it's much more beneficial. Just to, try to answer these questions. For example, which adjective, right, could you use to describe something that is wet but not very wet? Damp, right? I mean, we have this vocabulary on the left hand side. It's in the A1, right? And what type of weather do these pictures suggest? I mean, if it's not visible, you can always, make it bigger and just to understand it. Hurricane. The next one is rewrite. Always read the instruction guides to understand what you should do, okay? Rewrite the words in bold. So we need to rewrite, change these words using the words from the B side. So I need to go to the B side to understand it here, the explanation part. So in this B part. And then we have this last exercise. Yeah, if not, not last. What kind of weather do you think caused the following to happen? Write a sentence which could go before each of these sentences. So we had to use air conditioning every often. So probably the weather was hot, right? Because if you had to use it, and you can make a sentence, what to kind of explanation why this happened. Then the last one is always over to you, like it's up to you to do it to practice more. So that's it. Thank you guys. See you next lesson.